Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking China Glaze and we're looking at their Cheers collection for holiday 2015. This is a 12-piece collection. There are 2 creams in here. The rest of them are all glitter, sparkle, luster, just exciting, vibrant things for holidays. So yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to be looking at live application. If you are new to my channel, that's what we do here. I want to give you a live application review so that you know what to expect from the formula before you purchase. That way it gives you a better idea really if you need this polish, if it's like something you already have. I'm going to be going over possible dupes for almost every polish in this collection. Some of them are really too unique to have, really have any dupes. Some of the glitters are really way too unique. But most of the other polishes, I think that you guys will be wondering, do these already have some kind of dupe within China Glaze collection? I will go over that at the end. So if you're interested in that, stick around to the end of the video and we'll go over that. Otherwise, we're just going to look at live application of each of the 12 polishes and we'll go ahead and get started. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already so that you don't miss any of my reviews. I review basically any collection I can get my hands on. So we're going to start out with the reds. There are 5 red-ish polishes in this collection. Yes, another collection with a ton more red polishes, but they do mix it up a little bit in here. However, most of the reds, except for the glitter, basically have something pretty dupeable already in China Glaze collection. But like I said, we're going to look at that at the end. So the first one I want to talk about today is called Son of a Nutcracker. And of course, like China Glaze, in their usual style, these all have really cute names. This is actually kind of like a hot punch luster polish, which is kind of surprising for their holiday collection, but I liked it. It's really, really pretty. Graded 2 coats. I'm going to show you 2 coats of everything, so let's get looking. This one is called Peppermint to Be. Another really great polish at 2 coats. This is kind of more like of a scarlet or ruby shimmer polish, and yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look. They've given us kind of like a wine fuchsia hybrid. It's called Not Pout, and it looks like this here. It's graded 2 coats. It's a really gorgeous color. So yeah, let's take a look. The next red in the collection is a nice deep red. This one is called Wine Down for What? So cute. This is one of the 2 creams in the collection. It's a nice deep, like almost burgundy red. Really, really pretty. So yes, let's see how it applies. glitter offering, and it's called Ugly Sweater Party, but it's actually really, really fun. It's a red jelly base, kind of like a red to pink jelly base, and it has purple, it has like a violet indigo kind of hex glitter, silver, purple, red, and they all kind of have this holographic quality. So that's all mixed in there. I'm actually going to show you 2 coats on its own, not on top of anything, because I think most of the glitters in here can stand alone except for the silver and the gold. So let's go ahead and take a look how it swatches. We're going to move on to the greens in this collection. There are 2 green polishes, the first of which is a glitter, and it's called I Soiree, I Didn't Do It. I Soiree, I Didn't Do It. So cute. This is kind of a blue-green, more green I think than blue, but anyway, it's a micro glitter, so you know how China Glaze is really, really good about their micro glitters. It's in a tinted base, but yeah, I do think that it stands alone at 2 coats. It's super gorgeous. Again, it has a lot of blue showing through in there, and it also has some holographic quality. So let's take a look at I Soiree, I Didn't Do It. Next up, this one is called Don't Get Elfed Up, and it's kind of like this super, well, super gorgeous first off, but it's this blackened teal, like green blue, so yeah, teal, but it's super, super dark. On one coat, it's kind of like, huh? But once you put it, if you could wear it over a black and you'd see this shine like right out right away, or on the second coat, you will see what this polish is really made of, because it's kind of almost like a little bit like a duochrome, like you can see a little bit of purple in here too. So it's, anyway, it's a really, really cool polish. I would suggest either wearing it over black, or make sure you get that nice good second coat on there, and you will see absolutely gorgeous colors coming through here. So let's go ahead and take a look at it now. There are 2 purples in this collection. One is a cream and one is a glitter. First up, we're going to look at the cream. I mean, they gave us this color in a holiday collection. Of course, I squealed. It's a gorgeous grape cream. You are going to see some dupes for this one in the latter portion of this video, but it is really pretty. It's called Mix and Mingle. It's kind of a thin formula, but yeah, we're just going to go ahead and see how it swatches, and you can see for yourself. The other purple in this collection is a glitter. It's what I've been wearing on my nails in this video. It's like a violet purple. It's got a purple base, and it's called Brand Spankin' New Year. And then the glitters that are inside of it are silver and purple, and it's like micro glitters, hex glitters, and then does it have some bar glitters in it? I thought maybe it had bar glitters, but I don't think so. So anyway, it's nice and thick. You can wear it on its own, or you can wear it as a topper. I'm going to show you 2 coats on its own. So let's look at Brand Spankin' New Year. Left in the collection, and that's going to wrap it up. So first up, I want to look at the one that has a black base. This one is called Coal Hands Warm Heart. So cute. Like I said, it has a black base, but the colors in it, it's very holographic. Some of the hexes in there, it's got a very strong purple and blue reflect inside of it too. So super interesting, kind of chunky on the nail, as you'll see, just like the purple that I was wearing, and actually the red is like that too. So let's take a look at Coal Hands Warm Heart. Okay, so last up, we're going to round things out with the silver and the gold. First up, let's look at the silver. This one is called Break the Ice, and it's a heavily holographic silver. It's shredded pieces, basically. I don't think there's anything, yeah, there's nothing uniform in here. It's all just shredded pieces. It's in a clear base, and it's really, really pretty. I didn't have a silver from China Glaze exactly like this. They probably do have one very similar to it, but I didn't personally own one. The glitter that I do have that's very similar to this is OPI's Which is Which, and that's the one I'm going to talk to you about in the dupes, but I didn't have one in China Glaze collection. So anyway, very, very holographic. Let's take a look. Things out, we've got the gold. This is a nice yellow gold, not too silver or muted or anything. This one is called Bring On the Bubbly, and it's again in a clear base. It's holographic, and you've got very small holographic gold glitters and then some slightly larger hexes. No shreds in this one. So we're going to take a look at how this one swatches. Okay guys, so that was all 12 polishes live swatches for you so that you can see how they go on if you're interested in formula or anything like that. If that's all you were here for, thank you for stopping in. We're going to go ahead and move on to what I think are possible dupes for these. So I'm going to go ahead and show you up close on my fingers right next to each other, and I'm going to kind of talk you through each of the ones that I think that could be possible dupes that I have, at least in my collection. I can't show you, of course, everything out there because I don't have it to swatch for you, but we're going to go ahead and walk through the dupes that I had in my collection to show you. So let's get looking at that. Okay, starting out with dupes, we're going to look at Son of a Nutcracker. Here it is on the left, and the polish I'm comparing it to is Burnt Buns. These looked really similar in the bottle to me when I was comparing, you know, across my China Glaze collection, so I wanted to go ahead and show it to you. On the nail, we have here on the left is Son of a Nutcracker, and then on the right is going to be Burnt Buns. So as you can see, Son of a Nutcracker definitely has more orange, while it is still like a reddish hot pink, you know, that tropical kind of look. In comparison, Burnt Buns is much more pink. You can actually see the little bits of shimmer in it, so there they are side by side. Alright, so next we're going to look at comparisons for Mix and Mingle. Here it is on the right. I'm comparing it to Grape Pop from the Up and Away 2010, Looking Beautiful from this year's Halloween collection, and Grape Juice from Summer Days 2009. So here they are in the bottle. Here is Mix and Mingle on the left. It's very similar, I think, to Grape Pop. This is Grape Pop from Up and Away 2010. As you can see, Grape Pop is just a little bit darker, but honestly, they are very similar. Next up is Looking Beautiful, and you can see the difference there. That's only 2 coats. It probably needs a third to get anywhere near, but it's slightly different shade. And this is Grape Juice from the Summer Days collection, and obviously it has silver shimmer, but in the bottle they looked very similar, so I wanted to show them to you guys so you could see. The next polish I'm comparing here is Don't Get Elfed Up, with Emerald Fitzgerald in the middle and Watermelon Rind there on the left. In the bottle, that's what looked most similar to me in my collection, so I thought, hey, I'll show you. So on the left here, that is Don't Get Elfed Up. Nice black and teal, lots of shimmer. As you can see, these are obviously not dupes. This is Emerald Fitzgerald from the Vintage Vixen 2010 collection. And then on the right is Watermelon Rind, totally not even similar. That's from the Summer Days 2009 collection. But they look similar in the bottle to me, so I thought you guys might be wondering about them. Alright, next we're going to look at Peppermint to Be. She's there on the right. Next to her is Just Be Claus from the Happy Holidays 2013 collection. From that same collection there, next on the left is Santa Read My List, and then on the far left is Ruby Pumps from the Wizard of Ooh Oz. And these were the most similar to Peppermint to Be in my collection, in my vast sea of reds in the China Glaze collection. Here on the nail on the left we have Peppermint to Be, so gorgeous. But as you can see, it is very, very similar to Just Be Claus from the 2013 holiday collection. So actually, in my recommendation, you really don't need both of those. As much as I loved Peppermint to Be, if you already have Just Be Claus, they're really similar. This one next here is Santa Read My List. As you can see, not similar at all. But in the bottle, they looked kind of close, so I wanted to show you. And then we've got Ruby Pumps. And the sparkles and glitters in there are much more pronounced, so not similar enough, in my opinion, to call those dupes. But the first two, I think you could actually call them dupes. So yeah, side by side, I don't think I'd be able to pick out which one is which, but both very gorgeous. So if you don't have either one, maybe pick one up. Next, we're going to look at the beautiful Better Not Pout. She's there on the right. Then next to her, I'm showing you the obviously not a dupe, but I thought they were close enough people might wonder. That's Don't Desert Me from this year's summer collection. Then we've got Vertical Rush, a real OG from the Ski collection 2007, and then Define Good from just last year's holiday collection. So here they are on the nail. On the very far left, we've got Better Not Pout, so gorgeous. As you can see right next to it, we've got Don't Desert Me, totally not the same. They have the same kind of finish as all of these do. This next one is Vertical Rush, which I think is the most similar out of what I had
but still you can see that they're different. And then on the far right, we've got last year's Define Good, much darker, not as much pink in it, so no true dupes here, but as you can see, these are some similar things. Alright, the last reds we're going to do comparisons for. This is Wind Down for What? They're on the right. And then next to it is 2012's Holiday Joy polish called Mary Berry. And then on the far left we have Velvet Bow, that's from the year before's collection called Let It Snow. So this first one here is Wind Down for What? And as you can see, these next two, they're pretty similar to it. This is Mary Berry in the middle, not as close because you can see that there is a little bit more of berry shade, a little bit more pink in there. But on the far right, we have Velvet Bow from the 2011 Let It Snow collection for holiday, and it is very similar. I think that they are dupes. So if you already have that one, I would say you don't really need Wind Down for What, but what a cute name. I mean, maybe you want it just for the name. I know I kind of did. So I'm kind of just throwing this comparison in for kicks. This isn't a China Glaze that I'm comparing it to. On the right, you have Break the Ice from this year's collection, and on the left, Which is Which from the Great and Powerful collection from OPI. So Which is on the right, and Break the Ice is on the left. As you can see, it's shredded, and Which is much more standard. It's got tiny little bars and hexes and stuff. They were really not very similar at all, but you know, they looked kind of similar in the bottle, so that's why I'm comparing them. Okay, our last comparison, guys. This is the awesome gold holographic glitter called Bring On the Bubbly here on the right. And I'm comparing it to the polish called Delight. It's there on the left. It's from last year's holiday collection. So how similar are they? Well, they're pretty similar in color, but this year's has some hex glitters in it. They both have holographic, but last year's, which I'm pointing to now, is much more dense. It also has some very small bar glitters in it. So those are the similarities and the differences.
Okay guys, so that wraps up my whole review. I hope you found this helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you enjoyed my style of video, my live application reviews. I just like hanging out with all my polish lovers out there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you back for my next review. Don't forget to keep stopping back in for the NFL tutorials if you're interested in that. It's just something kind of fun for this time of year. All of our NFL lovers out there, I'm doing 10 tutorials for the 10 most winningest teams in the NFL, and that's been kind of fun to collaborate on with my husband Tim. If you missed that video, it's just back a few videos in my playlist, and the tutorials will be coming intermixed with all the reviews I have coming up. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a really great day.